We are on a Monday right after the holidays are over. How freaking fun is this, right? Not after it, we're in the middle. Okay, so we're in that weird gray area right now where you're like, I don't know what day it is. Not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be doing right now. But I'm keeping my head above water, right? That is also another thing, because even me going into my day, and I'm super organized, right? With my time anyway. Even going into my day, I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing today, right? Like, not really sure exactly what's happening today. So anyway, if you are watching this on the YouTubes, do make sure that you click on, where is it? Do make sure that you click on the subscribe button and also the bell so you get notified whenever new videos come on. If you are watching somewhere else other than YouTube, what you're going to do after this video, go on to YouTube and search my first and last name and click on the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified when new videos come on so you don't miss anything. Okay, you guys? Let me go ahead and get that off of here. So let's get cracking. Good morning, Kaylin. Good morning, Tracy. Carrie, happy Monday. Good morning. Yes. Awesome. All right. So today we are going to be talking about if your business isn't growing, it's probably just this. Nice, right? Nice to know that if our business isn't growing, it doesn't need to be that we're a failure. It doesn't need to be that business isn't for us, right? It doesn't need to be anything other than what we're going to talk about today, okay? So, again, if your business isn't growing, it's probably just this. So now let's go ahead and get into it, you guys. Typically, if someone's business isn't growing, or if it's growing more slowly than what they anticipated, than what they expected, than what they dreamed of, right? Because here's the deal. You see people out in the world talking about what a massive success they have become so quickly, right? And so whenever your success doesn't mirror their success in really fast success, right? Then you think there must be something wrong with you, that you don't know what you're doing, or that you might be doing it wrong, or maybe you're not even supposed to be doing it and this just isn't for you, it's just for them. And that's something that everybody, like you guys all need to understand that everybody goes through that, okay? Everybody goes through those moments of like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Am I messing this whole thing up, right? That's what keeps a lot of people on the starting line. How many people have started to create a business or an income stream or something like that? Just let me know in the comments or whatever here. Have you started to create a business or an income stream or something like that, and then pretty quickly you get that feeling of like, oh gosh, or you start comparing yourself with other people, and then you just get paralyzed at the starting line, and you're just like, it's too much to do. I don't know where to start. I'm just not going to do it. And the reasoning behind that, in my opinion, just because I've consulted with thousands of businesses at this point, the reason behind that is because nobody wants to look stupid. No one wants to look dumb. No one wants to look like they've made a mistake. People are so flippin' afraid of making mistakes. You guys, there's a quote out there, and it's mistakes are proof that you're trying. I don't remember who said it. Sorry. If somebody knows who said it, go ahead and put it in the comments. I'm not trying to not give them credit. I just honestly don't remember who it is. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. You're not even getting off the starting line to be able to show up in this world in your God-given purpose if you can't be okay with making mistakes. The minute that I became okay with making mistakes in my life, in my business, on my videos, everything got very easy, okay? Because now if I accidentally burp on a video or something, then I just say, whoop, sorry, whoops. You guys, we can't be afraid of making mistakes because you just won't start. And the thing is the mistakes, they're going to happen. Be okay with it. The biggest thing that I've ever done, and then we're going to get to the actual point of this video, but I want to address this really quick. The biggest thing that I've ever done, or a thing that has made a massive impact, I guess, on my own business, and hopefully it will for you as well, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you it, is I always think worst case scenario. I don't live there. I don't actually live in worst case scenario, okay? But I think worst case scenario stuff, and then I write it down in a notebook and I put it in a drawer and I don't look at it again. What's the worst thing that's going to happen if I do this? What's the worst thing that's going to happen? People are going to laugh at me and be like, that girl's a doofus. I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. The more you can become okay with people just saying that you're a doofus, you're going to be able to do anything. I don't care at all if somebody calls me a doofus. Not at all, not even a little bit, and I never have. Okay? Like that's not, it's just, I'd never had that Achilles heel of fear of what somebody else thinks of me. Never had that fear, okay? So if you're not scared of what people are going to say or think of you, then just go. Then just do it, okay? What's the worst thing that's going to happen if you do whatever the thing is that you're afraid of doing, okay? And some of you may not even be able to understand what you're afraid of doing. Let me kind of break that down a different way. Sometimes you get stuck and you get what a lot of people call blocked, right? You like have these mental blocks, or you've had this thing on your to-do list for 4 weeks now and you still haven't done it. You guys, that means you're paralyzed there. That is a block, okay? If you keep having the same thing on your list over and over and over and over again, if there's a thing in your mind that you want to do that you haven't done and you keep saying you want to do it over and over and over and over again and it never ever gets done, you have a block, okay? So all that you guys need to do is you need to think, okay, what's the worst thing that's going to happen whenever I do this thing? If I totally biff it, if I totally trip on my shoelaces and land face first on whatever, the sand or the sidewalk or whatever, right? Because of this thing that I biffed, what's the worst thing that's going to happen because of that? And you guys, it's never that bad. Our mind makes it out to be really big and a big enough deal to keep you paralyzed. It's never that bad. It's usually laughable. It's usually like, okay, well, that's not that big of a deal, right? Write down your worst case scenario, put it in a notebook, stick it in the drawer. What that tells your brain is that you're prepared. It's going to let your brain feel like it knows what's going to happen. So if that worst case scenario happens, then what do? You write it down in the notebook, and so your brain feels like, okay, so that potential is now out and we can move forward. Okay, so that's just a little, oh, Mike said my forehead's cut off. Sorry, Mike just messaged me and said my forehead's cut off. Sorry, guys. Anyway, he goes, sit back like you're supposed to. I wish you guys could see these messages I'm getting from him right now. Okay, so I'm going to sit back the way I'm supposed to. He goes, sit back to where you're supposed to be. I got all excitable about things. All right. Anyway, I'm back here. I'm going to go right here. All right. So now let's go ahead and get into the actual what I wanted to talk about, okay? So if your business isn't growing, it's probably just this. And you guys, the thing that it probably just is how you communicate about the thing that you're offering. How you're communicating about what you're offering. So people think that if their business isn't growing, it's because of them or because their business isn't needed. Now, A, it's never because of them. B, it could be because the business isn't needed. If you're not sure about that, I mean, HBR is definitely where you need to be, right? So message me about HBR so we can have a chat to see if it's for you. HBR is where I teach you how to grow multiple income streams from home. We run 7 figures plus a month just on what we do, right? And I teach you guys how to do it. I don't spend all of my days. You saw me the last few days. We've been on vacation, staycation. We stayed here. But we just hang out with the family and we work about an hour or so a day. Okay, so it's not a big deal. It's not like you need to spend your entire life doing this. It's service to others, you guys, and you're able to build massive incomes in service to others and then use that money however you want to use it. But for us, we use it to serve our community, right? We use it to help everybody else be better. That's how we roll. So anyway, if your business isn't growing, it's probably just this thing, and it's how you communicate. It's how you're talking about what you're offering. So a lot of people do this thing, and it's called a feature dump, okay? Dump is such a great word, isn't it? So what that basically is telling people how hard you've worked on something, and how long it took you to put this thing together, and how many hours of content you have, and da-da-da-da-da. Those are feature dumps, okay? That does not sell an offering, okay? What you need to do is you need to tell people what it does for them, what they will take away from the program. Not exactly every single thing that is taught in the program, not how long the videos are, not how big the community is, not anything like that, you guys. What are they going to take away? How will they be a better person because of your program? How will their business be better? How will their psyche be better? How will their family be better? What is it that you help people with? And the way that you need to communicate, you guys, is about how they will be better. Nothing else matters. And so if you're talking to people about my program is 40 hours of this and that, I don't know about you guys, but somebody tells me something's 40 hours and I'm like, I'm out because I don't have 40 hours to spend on that. I'm already out over something that you were bragging about that is so great. I put this much time into it for you. They don't care. What people really want is they want for their lives to be changed in some capacity, you know, whatever capacity that you're sharing with them. They want for their lives to be changed. And quite frankly, they don't want it to take that long. We're busy people. And that's why whenever I'm talking about my programs, I educate people all the time on the fact that I'm no fluff. It's like Martha no fluff Krejci, right? Like I have no fluff involved at all. I am not going to, I've taken courses, you guys, that have had hours upon hours upon hours of fluff, of just extra stuff that didn't matter. And then it was a waste of time for me. And then not only did I waste money, but I wasted time. Time's the thing I can't get back. That's what I get really mad about, okay? Don't waste my time. I'm not going to waste your time. Don't you waste my time. It's the only thing we can't have back. Money comes back. Everything else comes back. Time doesn't. So I am not going to waste your time on anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be direct. I'm going to say, here's how you do this stuff. Here's why it works. Here's how you do it. Now you have the time to go implement it, right? And I'm there for Q&A. I'm there to answer questions, all of that. But it's not like I don't take up all of your time, because here's the thing is people, and this is a personality, like a green personality that really enjoys researching, okay, is going to get stuck in the learning. They're going to get stuck in the learning phase, and then they're not going to do. So here's another just gold nugget really quick, and then I'm going to pop over to Q&A. The actual learning should be about 50%. In the very beginning, 50 to 75% learning, 25% implementation. Just because you've got so much learning to do, but you should never be 100% learning before you're implementing. it should always be at least 75% learning, like in a day. Learn for 75% of the time that you have set aside, and then 25% you need to do something with what you just learned. Does that make sense? Do not learn for weeks, maybe months, and then think, oh, and then I'm going to turn around and do. You're not. You're going to relearn over and over and over and over again. Boop, repeat, repeat, repeat. Because every single time that you do it, you're going to learn from beginning to end, and then you're going to be like, oh, what did it say at the beginning again? I swear, you guys, it's what you're going to do. And you're going to waste time, and you're going to waste time, and you're going to waste time, and then you're going to wonder what's wrong with you, and you're going to waste time, and you're going to wonder why things aren't working for you, and you're going to waste time, and you're never going to get off the starting line, and you're going to waste time, and you're going to wonder, you're going to start feeling like people are looking at you like a failure, and you're going to waste time. 75% of your day, of your time that you allotted for working on your business in that day, 75% learn in the beginning. Eventually it should go to 50% and then eventually 25%. I'm constantly in a learning state. So 25% of my day is always learning, whether it's books or whatever. It's always learning. 25% of my day, but 75% of my day is implementing, right? So 75%, at the very least, it's at the very most, it's 75% of your day is spent learning and then 25 implementation. Do not go a day without implementing something you just learned, okay? If you're not in my 90-day run, there is a link in this video or in the description of this video, okay? Make sure you jump in that 90-day run so you can learn and implement. Learn and implement. And that's free, you guys. It's free. It's my tithe back into the world to be able to help you guys get off the starting line. Let's get this thing. It's a 90-day run. Turn your side gig into your main gig. Just a heads up. But the link is in the description of this video. I'm going to pop out of here. Oh, I can't reach. Boom. There it is. Okay. Now, let me see. Here's Mike saying sit back. Okay. Good morning, all the people. Oh, L. No notification, but I had a feeling. There it is. There it is. Claudette, today is day 4 of Christmas. There you go. I like that. I like that. Claudette, I've started to create an income stream. Get it? Evie, if we don't make mistakes, we are not growing. There it is. Martina, good morning. Good morning to you. Claudette, I'm okay with making mistakes. There it is. Tara, what a great lesson and realization. It's held me back for so long. For everybody. Everybody hits that space at some point. It's just how long you're going to be there is the question. Let's see. Angie, I've missed you. Some big life things took the wind out of my sails. I need to wipe the slate clean and start all over. I feel like I have nothing to offer most days and it's really messing with my head. Yeah, jump in, do the AFTs, get your head right. Get your head right so you can remember what you have to offer. Because if you're going through negative stuff, you have even more to offer than you think that you do. Denise, good morning. Let's see here. Leslie, I'm launching my first online course on January 1st, and I've had to record videos on my list for weeks. That ends today. I'm going to time block it and do it in baby steps. There you go, Leslie. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Leslie, I appreciate your no-fluff style with love and in service always. There it is. Boom. All right. Well, you guys, it's almost 20 minutes. I'm going to have to pop out of here. You guys have the best day. I will see you later.